Yo. Alright, so, welcome. I remember saying that the first thing I was going to do for this was going to be research, which I already did, but I sat with it and thought with it. I'm like, nobody really wants to see the research part of it. That's not why they're here. But I did it. About 30 minutes of research, nothing too crazy, but got that, and we got this. I just wanted to make sure this was going to work, so I ran a little test. But this is PyCharm. PyCharm is really good, especially if you're kind of have a somewhat of an idea what you're doing, because it does help you. So if you're trying to learn, I would start with something like Idle. But if you are just making a project like I am, it's okay to use PyCharm. But yeah, anyways, this is PyCharm, and show you from start exactly how to code, right? So honestly, at the start you should just kind of label what the project is. Like, this is basement project, and then you can see already, like, in the file I named it up here. Where is it? Oh, whatever, but it's called basement. You just keep it like organized and like let you know. I gotta move this, hold on, sorry. Okay, basement project. Sorry, I woke up like maybe 20 minutes ago, so I'm like, bleh. Basement project. I'll put my name, and why not the date, so people know like when I did this. What is today? It is the 4th of July, y'all. Happy 4th. Probably not gonna do anything today, but maybe like tomorrow. Blah 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 blah. 4th of July. That's 09/04. No, 08, 07, 07. Jesus Christ. 09 September. 04. Blah 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 blah. 25. Important thing to do when you're first starting is just ask yourself questions like, what are you going to need? Like, what information are you going to need to run a code, you know? So, like, for this one, we're going to need, like, it's a basement. We're going to need the ceiling, the walls, and the floor done. That's the three main components. Ceiling and wall kind of go hand in hand, I'm not going to lie. I'm going to do them relatively the same. I was talking, and there's a couple ideas that I have, but the questions we're going to ask, and you can see here, blah blah. This is my first time doing this. I don't know if you guys can hear this or not. I don't know if this is copyright. Not like I'm monetizing this anyway, so I don't think it should be a big deal. But I am playing some lo-fi in the background. But this is the notes we got. So, installation roughly costing this much. Oh, ignore this last number here. This is, I kind of was trying to see what it would be like. So this is, spoiler alert, this is about how much it'll be, which is not that bad if you think about it. You're getting a whole finished room. The right way, I should say. But insulation, 35 per 31 square feet. We're not going to do fancy numbers like that. We'll just keep it nice and even. These two are supposed to go hand in hand. They sell stuff that can be both of them at the same time. That's why we're probably just going to do the drywall. Let's stick with the drywall. So insulation, the drywall, 15.68 per 48 square feet. And then you got your flooring. Probably end up doing the vinyl just because it's in a basement, you know, moisture building up underneath like the concrete here, for example. Vinyl plank flooring will be better at collecting it than cheaper stuff. So it's a little more expensive, but it's better for a basement. But yeah, this is just the simple research I was doing yesterday. Get some numbers to plug in, and so the questions we're going to be asking involve these square feet, because this is going to be the constant. This isn't changing. Yeah, I'll show you what we'll do, but this is set it up like this because we're going to ask questions to get the numbers for this specifically. Set it up like this. So we'll do the insulation first. Well, first we're gonna get the that. So to do that, we're gonna do input. Bam bam. Oh, you know what we're gonna do? Let me show you all something. It's my own project, so I can copy and paste it. That's okay. Is it this one? This thing right here. In Python, you have different types of values for numbers, depending on, like, if it's a whole number, no decimal, we'll call it an integer or int. Decimal numbers, which you'll probably end up getting the most when you're doing calculations, is float. And then you have I'm sorry, I'm blanking. I woke up like not too long ago. There's a couple others, but we'll work with those two mainly right now. So this thing right here is just gonna convert whatever we put into the where is it? Oh, right here. Whatever we put into the code into a float. So this is we're making a function with this. When you put this in front of it, you're creating a function, and it runs itself through this to make sure it's it'll be a float. So while true is something called a loop. It'll run itself through this f value. You're floating the input of whatever you're saying to the code, and if it is greater than or equal to 0 or less than or equal to 0, then it has to be, because we want whole numbers here. So if whatever we put in is less than or equal to 0, we can't really calculate that, because we need whole numbers. When we're gonna end up getting money, I should say, from whatever we're buying. It doesn't make sense. So we need a whole number that is more than 0. And then if they try to enter, like, value error stands for like if it's something that's can't be calculated. Like if it's if you say how much money do you need and you put the letter A, they're gonna be like, what the hell am I supposed to do with that? This is not algebra, bro. But that's what it does. Yeah, so we have that now. Now we can go back to what the hell we were doing. Which, main is like where your sauce is being handled here. Our sauce being, like the questions and the inputs and the prints and the stuff and all that. So the first thing, make sure we gotta indent a little bit. You gotta indent every time you put something in a function like this. Like you can see up here, it's already indented. So like you indent this part, and so inside of this we have this, and 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 that's the whole indent means it's inside of the thing above it. It's a little confusing at first, but that's what that means. That's why it's all fancy like that. So in our main, we need. I'm sorry, give me 1 second, guys. No. Look at this cat. I got it for 2 seconds. No, sorry about that. My dog is wants to come down here through a cat door that she can't fit through, so she gets upset. And I know she can hear me talking, so she knows I'm down here, and she's upset because I'm the only one here right now. She does not like to be alone like that, but for right now she's gonna have to be because the cats are eating, and I don't know. I'm telling you all this, you probably don't care. But so we're in our main now. So now we can ask our questions. Input input. No, not input. Get float input. See, when you're using PyCharm 2, like when you're typing stuff, it'll come up, and since we made a function here, it's gonna pop up here, which is nice. Yes. Cool. And what are we asking? First, we're gonna need how much square feet for ceiling. I forgot to put something in here. So when you're getting a number for something, you gotta name it. For this one, we're gonna name it something like, for the ceiling, floor, ceiling slash floor. Because those two are gonna be the same, so we're just gonna make one thing for both of those. Like, I'm just trying to think of what the name is. Floor, seal floor. But this is F for float, I for integer, S for string. String is not a number. String is if you have a message. Like you want to put something as S. String, that's what string means. It's something that does not have a value. This does have a value, and it might be a decimal, so we'll do F. We'll do seal floor equals. So this is saying that whatever this gets us will be now labeled as this, seal floor. New word I just made up. I'm going to try to zoom out a little bit. I guess I can't. Okay. We'll do this then. Yeah, that's good enough. Why is it giving me the this is nice, it'll tell you highlight all problems. I'm trying to think what the hell FC floor equals get float input. You know what you could always do? You could always run it while you're doing it to fix it before your code gets too big, so that's what we're gonna do. Hello? I think it's broken. What's going on? I'm tweaking. Okay, whatever. We'll fix it later. We'll just have to keep going. What is this? Add type hints for function. Specifies annotations for parameters in return type function. If there is information collected in runtime, it is used as the default values and types referred to PEP484 for more details about this hint. Specifies type of expression in docstring. Specifies Python 3 type. I don't know what the heck you are yapping about. Let me full screen this real quick. That was silly. I was being silly, y'all. Why is that not working? What's up with that? Whatever. So yeah, I'm sorry about that. So we're defining the main, and we're gonna close the main at the end of it. The main is where I think I said all the sauce is going on. But yeah, so we need the seal floor, F seal floor, which is gonna be the same one. I have not added constants yet. I will do that after. So the other thing is walls. We'll do F walls. See, this is what I'm talking about. This is like the program knows like what you're gonna say, and it's gonna save you time. So look at that, bam. So we got our ceiling, we got our walls, seal, floor, and walls. So it just saves some time. That's why I like PyCharm. Gets the tedious stuff out the way for you. But we already know constants. We're gonna hold off on the constants for now because you'll see. We're just gonna hold off for now. So first we're gonna get the price through this, and then we're gonna get the budgeting after. Yeah, that's what we're gonna do. I'm trying to think. So we got we're gonna do the calculations now. And it's good to label your stuff, which I did not do. Let me do that real quick. I don't need that to be indented. But here we'll have our room inputs, we'll call this. And then we're gonna have our room calculations right below it. Jesus Christ. I cannot type right now. Room calculations. I like to space my stuff out. I just think it's easier to read unless it's like this where it all goes together. Like you see, that's gonna take up too much space, but things that are separate have their own separate thing. I like to space them out like that. I just think it's easier on the eye. Okay, so what we need is our notes to be open. So we're gonna unfull screen this. Try to just organize it a little bit like that. No, a little less. Okay. Fuck. Sorry. Yeah, it should be good. So for our installation cost, we'll do F ints for installation. I'm just trying to keep it short, and that's enough to know what it is. F ints equals fuck. So shit. I'll do or wall, not slash, because I don't want people to. If someone were to use this, they might add them both, but I want one. Or floor, seal floor, because they're both the same. That's why I'm doing that. And I'm trying to think, the installation is going in this and this. So F seal floor. That's the cool thing. Like when you're doing. Let's change that to a plus sign. So it's those added. We're gonna. The order of operation also applies to coding, so you got to make sure you do it PEMDAS. But yeah, so we got ourselves the sum of the floor and the wall, or the ceiling and the wall, really, because that's where the installation is going. And times 35.77. That's our total. No, what we'll do is this. We'll keep that separate. insulin area. So for every 35.77 for 31.25 square feet. We can't get a part of it, so oh my god. I'm sorry guys, I'm blanking right now. We need, so when we're buying something, we need more rather than less. Come on. We'll worry about that another time. For now, we'll do this. So we have our I'm blanking. So when you're dividing, I think for a whole number you do 2 or 1. I meant 2 would be if you have a decimal. 31.25, because each one we're buying. Well, for 31.25 square feet, it is $35. So this tells us how much we need. I don't need to do this, but I'm going to do it just to make it look pretty. Because we're doing that first, and after that we'll multiply that by 35.75. 35.75. 77, not 75. Really doesn't matter. That looks right. And just to test our progress here, print. Oh yeah, so if you want to print what you've gotten from the code and not something specific, do that. Do that. And that. F is your function. And the curly brackets are for what information you're trying to gather. So for this, we want the F int cost. So F int cost. That's all. I'm just testing it out. I'm about to delete that right out there. It's nice because it'll tell you. That's what I was missing. It was a stupid little goal. That's all I needed. That's all I needed. And it's nice because it'll tell you. If you're screwing up, it'll tell you where you're screwing up. Trial and error type learning, which is nice. So now if we run it, it's not going to work. It's because I didn't close it, that's why. Now it should work. Yeah, see, you gotta like kind of open it, close it. That's what you're doing with this main thing. That's where all the sauce is happening, like I said. How much square feet in ceiling floor? I said right here. So we got 169. It seems these numbers seem a little high to me, but maybe they're not. How much square feet in walls? 338. $572. Does that check out? Let's find out. 572.32. We'll do the same thing, but what we're going to do is that through a calculator, an actual calculator ourselves. Calculator. There we go. Alright, so what we did is we got our... My god, this is about to look so confusing. We don't care about that anymore. We're not going to look at that. So our ceiling... Why this is not working? Oh, it is. My face was just blocking it. 169 plus... Oh, goodness gracious. No. Oh, yeah, 169 plus 338 equals 507. Divide that by 31.25 is that, and we multiply that by 35.77. 580, does that look right? 572.32. Did it change something? Because it's close, but it's not exact. What did I do? Yeah, 169, 169, yeah, 338, right? Add those together, divide that by, why is it different? 31.25. Wait, I think this might be whole numbers actually. That's the thing about coding, people. It's a lot of rerunning it and fixing a little mistake every single time. Run it, fix a little mistake, and you do that a million times, and eventually you'll get the perfect code. So if that's not your thing, this is not your thing. It's a lot of that. How much square feet for... And that right here. Okay. 169. Wow, this is 338. 580.33348. Yeah, that's what I got, right? Yeah. So yeah, I think that I just got my division mixed up. Stupid. But 2 is for whole numbers, 1 is for your floats, and we're working with floats here, so we want to do that. It'll give you a lot more of an exact number, because and money wise, that's $8 off, which if I came with 572 and it's 580, that's gonna suck. But yeah, so we at least know our code is working so far. And look at that, we're running on almost half an hour, and this is all we got done. But that's okay. I'm not gonna run these for a crazy long time. I'll probably do them in parts, so it's not this fucking 3-hour long thing. Probably even longer, honestly. But I'm gonna stop it right here. Good introduction if you don't know if you want to get into coding. This is kind of basics of what it would look like. Very basic. But yeah, we're gonna stop it right here. We'll do another part pretty soon. Hope you guys enjoyed, and keep it classy, y'all.